I'm Vin.
I'm sorry.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the filthy capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is the community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go in the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our merch indeed. A child shall lead them.
To buy our merch. All right, guys, we are doing our DJ stream here. Nick is our DJ. Check it out.
Yes,
Check him
sir.
out.
Yes, sir. He looks like the Terminator.
Next up on our list is Uriah Heep.
Yes.
Easy Living. Actually, this is a live video, babe, so you'll be happy to know.
And he is Uriah Heep, 4th member of the early metal influencers, along with Zepp, Sabbath, and Deep Purple. Wow. Okay, so these are guys, seminal bands that created basically our channel because it's metal. What's the name of the song?
Uriah Heep. Easy living.
Easy living, y'all, from the big homie Uriah Heep. Metal history. Let's go. Let's go.
I'm gonna get that timestamp.
There we go. Oh yeah. Definitely see this as early metal. Look at that. Whoa. Ah! Is that it? Is that it?
When we started out with Uriah Heep, all we had really was a ton of enthusiasm, a great deal of determination. None of us really knew much about what lay ahead of us, and we didn't really think too much about it, except that we knew we wanted to make a noise, and we wanted it to be a noise that lots of people would like, and we wanted to sell lots of records, but we didn't really know how to go about it. All we knew what to do in those days was how to make loud rock and roll music.
You certainly call that play, my guy. Mm-hmm. I was trying to figure out, you know, that bass line that dun, 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 it sounded a little bit like a Metallica riff, but I can't put my finger on it.
Ooh.
It was like dun 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 dun.
Comment section.
It was on the first. It was on the. I feel like it was on the Kill 'Em All record. But that dun 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 dun. Oh man, Keith Kent, that guy's dead. This is a thing I've never known before. It's called. But could you see, like, okay, yeah, this is the Prototypes of Metal.
Yeah.
Motor Breath. Yes. Holy smokes. How did you know?
I love it when the comment section
you're right.
comes in.
You called for the that riff sounded a little bit like the Four Horsemen. I think it's a Four Horsemen. Let me see. Four Horsemen, Metallica.
Here's another one. Nick is saying Four Horsemen.
Yeah, Four Horsemen. Another
person, Stacy's Metal Family. Hey, what's up?
Hey, Stacy. Hold on, I'm gonna play that right now. All right.
Oh.
So okay, so listen to the bass line in this track, okay, which is the okay. All right, watch. Where'd the video go? We're gonna do some detective work. Stand by.
All right, listen.
Did you hear that?
Yeah.
All right, and then so here is Four Horsemen from Metallica. How the hell did I lose that website? Okay, here we go. Safari. Here's Four Horsemen.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously,
I can hear that. Yeah, no. You can hear the influences. Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Most of the members of the band now are RIP. Holy shit. Yeah, so it's really, really interesting. I mean, obviously Metallica, I like.
Oh yeah, Metallica's okay. Yeah.
But like, you could see that, like,
well, the influence.
It's in the nascent stages, man.
Yeah.
I actually love this stuff. Every time we listen to Sabbath, like old Sabbath, or this, like, it's like, okay, these are the ancestors. Like, this is where all this shit came from. Because I didn't know anything about metal until we started the channel. I really, truly didn't.
Right.
Like, I had 2 or 3 bands that I listened to a lot. Everybody else sucked. Everybody else was trash. And, like, being in a channel, looking at, like, spanning the history of this shit and seeing, like, oh, that's where they got that. And obviously Metallica improved it exponentially, like, which is what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to build on it.
Yeah.
Like, obviously. But it's like, oh, these guys originated this shit. Like, okay. It's cool. It's cool to see where you kind of are.
And I think the other thing, too, that's interesting is when it's, like, obviously they, like you said, sounded different. These people, Easy Living People, Uriah Heep, and the bands that followed them. But you can tell, like, it. You know, sometimes something is, like, exactly the same. And you're like, they literally just stole that.
Yeah.
But it wasn't. Like, you could see how this could influence you, and even unintentionally, you know, like, some stuff just gets in your subconscious, and then maybe years later when you're older and you start to write a song, like, it comes out at that point. So I liked it. I mean, I liked that aspect of it, that you could see it historically.
Mustaine wrote Four Horsemen. Yeah, but he was in Metallica, right, for a while before he got bumped. So, yeah.
Oh, Uriah Heep, is that true? Middle Earth is a fictional character created by Charles Dickens in 1850 novel David Copperfield.
Yeah, apparently Metallica have done a couple Uriah Heep songs, like, for covers and stuff like that. So, yeah, there is an actual connection between the band Uriah Heep and Metallica, which I did not know. In episode 60, Metallicast, the Metallica podcast, they do an entire episode on Uriah Heep. That's insane.
Wow.
Yeah. So, yeah. So it
cool.
appears.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know if this is the official Metallica podcast. Right. Oh! Anyway, obviously there is some connection between Metallica and Uriah Heep, which makes a lot of sense.
So, do you know anything about it being a Charles Dickinson story?
Not at all.
So it sounds like this character leaves, and it sounds like they're going on a lonely road, and they're trying to do like easy living, but then it looks like maybe there was somebody they were upset with. This is the thing I've never known before. It's called Easy Living. This is a place I've never seen before, and I've been forgiven. Mm-hmm. Easy living and I've been forgiven since you've taken your place in my heart.
What's so confusing about that?
Well,
like, what are you getting at?
I don't know. I don't really understand. Like, is this person just talking about like not letting things bother them, and so they've been forgiven and they forgive the other people, or is this literally talking about somebody that basically, says, you know what, and just like takes off and just tries to do some easy like the prodigal son sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, it looks to me like he's saying, waiting, watching, wishing my whole life away, dreaming, thinking, ready for my happy day and some easy living. So it just looks to me like he wants some sort of ideal. He's looking forward to some sort of ideal to make him happy, and which is kind of like I'm not sure if DJ Nick did this on purpose, but it kind of looks like
there is a theme.
Yeah, there's a theme of like trying to be happy and the simplicity of life and the complexities of life and the back and forth, because he's saying, somewhere along the lonely road I had tried to find you. Day after day on the windy road I had walked behind you. Easy living and I've been forgiven since you've taken your place in my heart. So like this person functions as some sort of redemption for him. Or maybe it's he knows that he's been forgiven, because how could God bless me with somebody so beautiful if I wasn't forgiven? Like, how could God still be? How could you say God's still mad at me? I've got a place in your heart. A person like you loves me, so God must forgive me for all my sins, because He wouldn't bless me the other way otherwise. So that's one way to look at it.
Easy living, I've been forgiven.
Since you've taken your place in my heart.
Yeah, I keep flipping it. I keep thinking that they forgave someone and allowed that person back into their heart, but that's not what he's saying.
So you're saying since as a time marker. That's possible. I'm saying since as a causal factor. Since you did this, this happened. But since could also be a time marker. Ever since you did this.
Yeah, but if you said, since you've taken your place in my heart, I've been forgiven. Why? That doesn't even make sense.
Well, maybe at that point in the timeline, she forgave him for something he did. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he did something to her on the windy road. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And the windy road could just be life.
I don't know how many people. I do think there are people that want easy living. Like your ex was like an easy living guy.
Yes.
I'm not sure I'm that type of person. Like I feel like I always need to have a challenge. Like right now we're in the middle of this thing, and
yes.
Like I feel like there's always got to be some sort of challenge or something. Like I get bored. Like let's say this thing that we're doing takes off and its numbers are looking pretty decent. Like I'm gonna find something else to. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah, definitely. I realized that about you years ago.
And
yeah.
So to me, easy living is like, like I'm afraid of that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I feel like that's like the warrior, like the conqueror in you. Like it's just too boring. Like you have to have something. Like was it Alexander the Great that like cried because there was no place else to go?
Legend says.
Right. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like I feel like you have that in you, where it's like you have to have, you have to just keep climbing. Like that's in you. There's got to be something more. There's got to be something higher.
That them keep calling. Fuck maintaining. Boy, I gotta keep bowling.
The minute you switch that machine at the gym, I said he's gonna have to overcome that one. I figured you weren't coming back to the elliptical. I was right.
To the elliptical?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny because I was on that thing. I was like, man, this shit sucks, bro.
Because I remember how much more challenging that other thing is.
My shin splints were killing me. Mm-hmm. And I got to the end of the mile. I was like, I'll never do this again. I'm going right back on the elliptical.
Lies.
But then I went back a couple hours later for my 2-a-day. Because I couldn't sleep. So I was like, I might as well. And I was like, I had my sleep meds and everything all in me and shit. And I was like, all right, if I don't pass out in like a half an hour, I'm just going to go to the gym. And then, I had to do it. Like I had to go and I put it on an entire point, which is 10 clicks up. And boy, that sucked. That run really, really sucked. But yeah, like, but I feel like that's a character flaw to a degree.
It can be.
I think like if you want too much easy living, obviously, that's the irony. Is like people who want too much easy living never get it because you got to kind of work.
Yeah,
hard
they're too lazy to grind enough to be able to get there.
Yeah, you got to work hard to maintain a kind of stasis. You know what I'm saying? But
I think those are the people that try to marry rich.
Well, women, yeah. I don't think a lot of lazy dudes like are in the market for a rich woman. You know what I'm saying? That's not how it works. It's not like a rich woman's like, yeah, I can't wait to find me a lazy.
Oh, I know.
You know what I'm saying? A lazy bum.
No. Nope.
Easy living. That's Tasco. He wants easy living, but he doesn't want to grind for it. Yeah, but Tasco, you're a pretty good looking dude. He's a pretty good looking dude though, so he's gonna make it okay. But
I've never seen Tasco.
For the rest of us, like it's gonna be hard. You know what I'm saying? Dreaming, thinking, ready for my happy day. Yeah, that's what he's looking for. Mm-hmm. He's looking for his happy day. Never you fear, Mark. Maiden is on the way very soon.
You know what's one thing that I think is important is that I think sometimes we look to the future to hold our happy day or happy times because we think we need X, Y, or Z thing and then that's going to make us happy. But it's, you know how people will say like the phrases I think that sometimes get overused are actually important ones. Like it's not in the destination, but rather in the journey. You know what I mean? Like, and I think that that's true in situations like this. Like, when I look at the struggle, the grind, we've had fun times with like our current business plan, like what it's been for the last couple of years, and like when I was like almost in tears at the beginning of the channel. No, I think I did cry multiple times because we kept running into audio issues or different issues, and then it would have to keep restarting, and then it would be like 4:00 in the morning, and we were recording our videos, and I knew, that these videos were going to go 30 to 45 minutes, and I was like crying. But I look back at those times, and I'm like, well, that's kind of cute, though.
Yeah.
And you'd put your hand on my head, and you'd hug me, and you'd be like, we gotta go now.
Yeah. Yeah, that, it wasn't Gojira. I forgot the name of the band. Meshuggah.
I said it in the video.
It was Meshuggah Bleed. If you want to see what she's talking about, it was Meshuggah Bleed. And I told everybody, I was like, it's 4:00 in the morning. And that was the first video we did with the new camera. That was the first one we did. And people were like, holy shit, Vin and Sori.
Yeah, it was a big improvement.
Okay, they're really serious here. Mm-hmm. They're not playing around. Mm-hmm. They're not playing around. But yeah, that's the paradox of life, is that you gotta grind, you gotta work hard. Like when we finally hit our 40s, man, we're gonna be coasted. Mm-hmm. Like everybody in our peer group is still gonna be, whatever. Mm-hmm. But it's a lot of freaking work.
I know.
Multiple jobs, multiple businesses,
frustrations, disagreements.
We sacrificed pretty much, 5 years worth. You know what I'm saying? And it's ridiculous to say, but I mean, it is what it is. There you go. So I think easy living is like his ideal state of being, which is really interesting because the song, if you juxtapose it with the instrumentation, it was like dun, 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 and the drumming was crazy, but the song is about easy living. You know what I'm saying? Like that contradiction is crazy to me. It's crazy to me. Okay, what'd you get the song?
Okay, so the song itself, like, I'm not really a fan, but I can understand it I'm gonna grade it, I guess, more on its influence than on because if I was gonna grade it for myself, it would be like a 3 or a 4. It's not something I'm really a fan of, but I can see its influence on the future, and so because of that, I'll go with an 8.9.
That's interesting. Pretty much similar logic to me. I had to give it 3 points for its historical significance, especially as it relates to Dave Mustaine's later Four Horsemen / Mechanics riffage, which those were both big songs for those various bands. And in my mind, it came from listening to this band. Mm-hmm. Nobody could convince me that, at least at the subliminal level, that's not where it came from. Mm-hmm. So, but to your point, I appreciate how Dave evolved it into something that we know now is unmistakably metal. Mm-hmm. So for that, it's going to get a 9 for me. 8.9 for you.
That's right.
Stay tuned, ladies and gents. The mighty, mighty, mighty Iron Maiden is on the way.
Yep, the one that many of you have been waiting for.
Having said that, by the way, last thing I got to say to Motor City Basis, that was 1972. 1972. That's almost in the 60s.
That's crazy.
And a little bit of remastering and things like that, you can get this to sound pretty modern. Okay. All right. Now, Cheryl's in the house. Hello, Falcon.
Hey.
Vin out.
Sori out.
Gone. I'm Vin.
I'm sorry.
If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, 125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of the alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. 125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and you get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at insori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is a community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Buy our merch.
Buy our
merch indeed. Chow shall lead them.
To buy our merch.
What?
I kept almost interrupting you.
You always mess up on that part.
I know, I do.
I didn't know it was that complex, your
mix. I feel like you got mixed up somewhere along the process, and you keep wanting to put it on me, but okay.
No, I didn't get mixed up in any process. You terrible person.
Yeah.
You. What are you talking about? All right, talk to the people.
Anyway,
tell them what they've won.
You won another song.
Aside from your secrets and lies.
Big homie DJ Nick.
Yes.
Or maybe it's here. I can't really tell.
He's got the Terminator face.
So
on there.
DJ Nick has made it so that way our last song is an Iron Maiden song.
Iron Maiden.
Senjutsu?
I don't know. I thought it was ninjutsu for a second, and I was like, no, there's an S in there, so it's Senjutsu. I think is what it is.
All right, so we're gonna check that song out because we've never heard it before.
We've never heard it before, but I love me some Iron Maiden.
But we do know Iron Maiden.
Hopefully, it's gonna give me some good treadmill music. Because that's what I'm about. I'm about some good treadmill music.
Yeah, that's true.
Because I've been hitting the mill lately. All right, guys. Here we go. Iron Maiden. Senjutsu. Let's do it. Uh-oh.
Oh, it means tactics.
Beat the warning, the sound of the drums. Set the beacons
Oh, I like this. Ooh. I liked the this kind of soloish thing at the end.
Average Maiden is still better than the majority of bands can dream of. Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
For sure. For sure.
Correct. This song hit a little bit different for me. Shout out to the big homie Richard Marcinko. He died yesterday. So shout out to him. He's a good warrior. I mean, obviously legend. You know, global legend. He's the guy that came up with the idea for SEAL Team 6.
Oh, okay.
So
okay.
he died yesterday, and like that was dude's attitude. Very inspiring guy. And being in. Well, okay, you know, I was watching. There's this Tom Brady special on ESPN.
Yeah.
And they were talking about all the adversity that he went through in the season when they won against the Atlanta Falcons. And he started that season getting suspended 4 games with the whole Deflategate bullshit and all that jazz. Everybody's trying to call his GOAT status into question and all this shit. And then it was cool because they featured his sisters in the show.
Oh, really?
So his sisters talked as much as he did.
Oh,
in the show.
That's cool.
Yeah, I did. R.I.P. to the big homie John Madden. He was 85. You know what I'm saying?
Do they look like him? Like, you know how some people look like their brother with longer
They're all
hair?
very good looking people.
Wow.
Yeah. And so they were, but he's the baby. And their entire family were a sports family. All of them. And so she remembers him being in the street and being like, all right, guys, let me play football. I want to play football with you guys as the big kids. And they're like, all right, Tommy, run deep. So they just did that to get him out of the way. He's like, come on, I was open. He would pass him the ball. And so they were just talking about that's their baby brother, no matter how big he got. And then they got to the Super Bowl, and they were just getting torched. It was 28-3, and you know, she's like, we're getting embarrassed here, and all that, and like just the grind. That Super Bowl really is when I fell in love with Tom Brady, like as a man, like man to man. I don't care. It was like a David Jonathan moment where you're like, bro, I'll pledge my entire life to you, man, because that kind of adversity. Yeah. I haven't seen that kind of determination except with, you know, dudes I was working with, like, like just that mentality, like, yep, 28-3, it looks terrible, like, we're gonna find a way to win, you know, and like, he's like, we just need to score once, and like, you just scrounging for like anything to be positive about. Yeah. So like that half, he's like, they really couldn't stop us. It's just that we kept turning the ball over. But we were getting past their 50, so as long as we didn't turn the ball over, we were good. Well, they got the ball first, and they marched right down there and scored 28-3.
Right off the bat.
It's 28-3 with 3 minutes left in the third quarter. And it's like people are starting to be like, oh, okay, let's play for pride now. You know what I'm saying? And that attitude of not quitting. You know, and you know, he's talking about his ancestors.
What happened with that game?
They won. You missed it because you had a temper tantrum.
I did.
You were talking to homeboy, whatever his name was.
You keep making that about something it wasn't. You just completely missing the point.
I'm not making it about something it wasn't. It's just funny to me. I didn't think there was anything in there. I mean, I got a pretty good handle about why you did what you did, but
I think it's explicitly clear.
You missed one of the greatest moments in NFL history.
So what did the score end at?
Well, he tied it 28-28, and then they it was 34-28.
That's insane.
That
is insane.
But Belichick at halftime, he's like, guys, 21 points is not going to be enough to beat us, which I think is brilliant. That's another brilliant. I was like, holy shit, that's that. And then they come right back down and score a touchdown.
There you have it.
So Tom's like, well, 21 is it, but maybe 28 is. Like, holy shit, we're in trouble. But it's an epic song about war and strategy, and Senjutsu means strategy, I guess. And
I thought it was tactics.
Or tactics, strategy, whatever. And, you can have all the tactics in the world. And this is the thing I love about Maiden, and yes, this is going to be on my treadmill song. For sure.
There you go.
This is what people don't understand a lot. I was looking at the comment section, whatever, some of this stuff is you have to be in that situation. Mm-hmm. You have to be in a situation where you have to hold a certain thing, and that you're prepared to die to do that thing. And a lot of people have never been pushed to that point.
Yep.
Of I will die over this shit. Mm-hmm. And we were talking about that in the previous song where I don't really want an easy life. You know what I'm saying? There's always something where I'm gonna create some sort of challenge where I have to push myself. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So if you haven't been in that situation, those words are not gonna be as inspiring, I don't think. What was going on with you when you were seeing that?
Well, when you were just saying that, it reminded me of well, I won't say that one because I don't want to put any spoilers, but the phrase never try, never fail. That sort of mentality.
Right.
And so we were watching a certain film recently with the kids, and one of the main characters essentially said that. And I felt she was an influential character
100%.
In the movie. And that was essentially what she said. And I was I turned, I'm like, this is a bad mentality. This is a very bad mentality to have, so when you were talking about that, kind of made me think of that.
She doesn't get her hopes up, so she won't be disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's don't live your life that way. I mean, but when I heard this song, to me, it was just another, there's those war songs, and they just go into their own little bucket. A lot of them are Viking songs and stuff like that. So that, to me, this was one of those. And I loved how the end of the song had the fire sound.
Yeah.
So it gave you that feel that you were there, you were part of it. And
what's going on?
Yeah, there was a after the war gathering. But this... they're going away to war. But is this
it looks like there's an invading army, and there's
a wall, that's right.
Trying to defend the wall.
That's right.
So, yeah.
Yeah. That, and when they were putting all of their all right here, what will save us? The Great Wall. I kept thinking of Lord of the Rings.
Oh.
Where there was that one spot where the water came in and out of the city, and then that's where they put all the thing and exploded the whole thing. I love that scene.
It's the best scene in the world.
It was a very good scene.
Shout out to the homie Legolas. You missed. Everybody misses, man. Everyone misses. Shout out to the big homie Sin Chet. Everybody misses, man. It is what it is. Nothing you can do about it, bro. Go ahead. He's still got on. Go ahead.
You know the part. Yeah, it's that part. I'm sure you probably have certain people that you think about, but when I see that scene, I always think of us when we're both on our shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You say something and it's just he's going with the arrow. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So he's always me and you're always the other one.
100%. 100%. But for me, I don't have an extensive Iron Maiden, palette. Mm-hmm. I only have what we listen to. If I didn't have the channel, I would be binging Iron Maiden, hardcore.
Yeah,
but
I believe it.
Because I know that we're gonna get requests to them, I don't listen to them. So every time I can hear them, I love it. And you can't take for granted the fact that they still figured out how to make your blood boil to muster up for war. Like, it's unbelievable to me. It's absolutely unbelievable. And it's weird because I've known lots of warriors in my life, but none of them are big Iron Maiden fans. But I'm like, shit, man.
Yeah, they should have been.
This is the Maiden. You want to talk about stacking bodies? Forget it.
There was one song in here that reminded me of that phrase, "Don't rush to your death."
Don't run to your death.
Yeah, don't run to your death. He was telling them, like, just to wait. Hear them coming now. Ready now we wait. We must be steadfast, must be patient.
Yeah, that's the way. That's the way, man. It really, really is. And you can even see it in the Brady game where the coaches were like, don't try to do anything special. Don't try to do anything out of your wheelhouse or your skill set.
Yep.
Do it one single play at a time. And when people are losing, that's what happens. They throw everything out the window and they start doing all types of wild shit. And it's crazy to me. Like, that's why I think it's so good for boys especially to be in sports, because it really trains you for war. It really, really does. It really, really does. And I think that's helpful because life is a battle, man. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be some big fancy whatever. Everybody's got a battle to fight. And there's a lot of wisdom, strategy, senjutsu, whatever you want to call, in this song. If you apply it to your life, things will go a lot smoother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that's one of the reasons, like, you can kind of stay even keeled because okay, it's not that I'm not nervous or not that I'm not affected by this situation. It's just that if I rush this thing, I'm more likely to screw up than if I sit and actually think it through before I do some dumb shit. But yeah, I loved it. Very, very solid song. 9.5 for me.
Oh, okay. So we don't get Iron Maiden a whole lot anymore on the channel. So it's the same thing when I hear Maynard's voice. Like, there's a certain, I guess I'll say shallow, not because it's like shallow as in like the depth of meaning, but like my history with Iron Maiden doesn't go very far back because it was just the beginning of the channel. But it still has nostalgia to it, like from the beginning of the channel and as we progress through. So yeah, so I enjoy hearing some Maiden whenever it comes back to us. So for me, I'm going to go with a 9.7.
Oh, I see. Shout out to the big homie DJ Nick. Holy smokes, man.
This was fun.
I was not. Hot fire button.
Yeah, I was shocked by your first two songs.
Hot fire button.
Those were really fun.
Hot fire button. You got 3 of them, bitch. I wasn't expecting to do a review today.
Right.
We were in the car or something. You're like, hey, we got a review at 8 p.m.
Yeah, I messaged you this morning, but I was like, yeah, he's probably not going to look at that, but...
Yeah. Oh, yeah, was I on the thingamajiggy?
No, I think you had just finally closed your eyes or something.
Or some shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. But shout out to DJ Nick. This is, again, like, very eclectic stream. Had, like, the funny songs to it. Had the pirate metal.
Yes.
And then we had some serious shit.
There's a very weird...
all over.
But yeah, it was fun, yeah. And we marionetted all over this review, this stream.
Yeah. Yeah. And
so there's the word, marionetted.
Yeah, it's a marionette stream, whatever. But dude, Nick, man, you came through in the clutch, bro.
Oh, jeez. Hello, my beautiful people. How late am I? I must say, you've made it to see us.
Tony, I'll talk to Soraya when we get offline, because Soraya is supposed to be handling Patreon, so shoot her.
Tony, don't forget, you can also use the secret email.
Hey, listen, I will say though, I'm gonna do better. I shot an Instagram video and I said, "Hey guys, we're doing a stream." So I'll try to do better at getting you guys more. We're gonna be going live so that you literally just reached the end of the stream, my friend. Apologies, my guy. I'm very, very sorry about that.
But as soon as it finishes, it'll be ready for people to click back to it, right?
Yes, but you know what? I do have some good news for you guys, because I don't want you, Poxitani Phil, I don't want you to leave in a sour mood. I have something for you that is guaranteed to get you a good feeling.
What could this be?
So
What could this
for
be?
me, it's very important that you understand that. Okay. Also, I think I'm going to be doing a super mega. I'm going to be experimenting with a super mega late fireside because I don't sleep at night or in the mornings, if you will. So I'm going to actually try that out, and I think my first topic is going to be about the metaverse. So if you are a horrible sleeper, or you happen to live in some place where 6 to 7 a.m. EST wouldn't be crazy for you, then maybe you'll catch me on my Insomniac stream. But
right, so keep your eye out for it. It's not a guarantee in case he does perhaps
insomnia.
sleep.
Guys, check this shit out. 10 kills, bitches.
Oh.
10 kills.
Yep.
First player in the match to search a chest. Look at that. Double of limbs.
When he plays it, he goes in like he's with a team, but he's only by himself fighting other teams of 4 people.
That's right. I'm going 1-on-4, bitches.
So
1-on-4.
I need you to recognize how unbelievable this man is.
Yeah, it was unfreaking believable. There we go. That was the final victim.
Yep.
Now just standing there all cool and shit. You know, I wasn't
even in the room. You were like happy, but you weren't like. Usually, you'll be like, "Yes, motherfucker!" But you weren't. You were just like, you looked like very happy. That you were very happy with your win. It was very cute.
I used a couple tried and true strategies. There you go, guys. There you go. If you run into a dude and his name is Sori, I killed you. That's me, bitches.
Aww.
Sorry, I killed you. What do you mean spraying and praying? I got 10 limbs, bro. I got 10 limbs in there. I'd like to see you out on the field.
Yeah, you do that.
That's my man, Renter Mac. Go subscribe to his channel. All right, guys. What? 10 eliminations, Doug. Let's see you. But anyway, controller, DJ. All right, guys, I gotta get out of here.
You guys, it's been fun. Thanks for hanging out.
DJ Nick, who got 3 boo. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Vin out.